Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for Sentinel's 4-inch-nel line. We have Nagare Ryoma from the Robo series. And I believe this is the last day, or I believe the Armageddon version of it. Just a heads up, this is going to be a blind review, meaning I know little or none at all about what I'm reviewing, other than it's awesome. It's kind of hard for me to watch the Getter series. It's an old show, although I do enjoy watching Gaugai. There's just something with the Getter Robo that I cannot get into. So just letting you guys know about that. But I believe Ryoma is one of the main pilots of the Getter Robos, or the Getter machines. I think there's 3 of them, and I've been piloting the Eagle. I've watched him Getter, or that particular OVA, I believe, and he's piloting the Black Getter. Kind of interesting, but I can't really quite remember what I watched. But anyways, this got me intrigued since they have the Mega Man for this particular line. I'm kind of curious how they're gonna do it with the other like humanoid figures, kind of like this. And I just actually kind of want to compare it with Revoltech minis that Kyoto made. So let's see how that works out with this one. So it's the same box as the Mega Man. It seems like there's a lot of hollow parts there, but from what we can see from the window box, we have that crazy angry face right there on the top left. A variety of hands. Actually, no, not quite. We only have the closed fist, the open hands, and the one with the pistol. Well, at least we have a bit of a variety, I guess. On the back side, not much. Can't quite remember how much I got this for. I got it from Amiami. More than likely it's about 50 bucks. 50 bucks, similar to the Mega Man's. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and open it up and let's take a look inside. Alright, so we have Ryoma here, and despite knowing it's from the 4-inch-nel, they're supposed to be 4 inches, someone's still gonna ask how tall they are. Which makes you wonder, Japan is using metric system. I wonder why they call it 4-inch-nel. They gonna call it the metric one. Anyways, it is about actually 4 1/4 or 4.25 inches. Metric wise, let's see here. It's about 11. Yeah, they can call this line like 10.5 something nel. Well, I guess it wouldn't make a nice ring to it. But anyways, that's how tall they are. Or he is. And nice details. We got this crazy scarf, which kind of looks like flame that's around him. Yeah, crazy. And I played around with it a little bit. His rigid. It reminds me quite a bit of Revoltech. See how his shoulder is hunched like that? Yeah, we're not getting much articulation on to that shoulder point there. I've tried, yeah, this whole part of the coat on the back, it's formed like that, and you can kind of see how they painted certain edges. Maybe they painted it and just kind of scrape it off, kind of like a wash, I believe. But it's kind of interesting how they painted that. And yeah, it's quite nice. You got the brown shoes here. And yeah, why don't we just go over articulation. So for the neck here, we can move it around. It's jointed. You can actually pop this out. Gonna just show you right there. So there is a hinge on the base and on the base of the head and base of the neck, as you can see there, and you got that metal rods sticking through. Nice detail on face here. Let's see how that focuses. Not too bad. There is an alternate face, which we can pop this out here and just remove the front part of the hair. Pop this out, and the hair kind of looks like Goku now. That should be cool to see Dragon Ball figures in this scale, like a small version. I think they might have made some already. But There we go. You got the crazy face there. I don't know if I want to keep this. He looks quite demonic there, but I just want to show that. Well, might as well put it on. You do have the option to keep this on or off, but I guess the scarf is kind of part of his persona. So there you go. You have the chains, and I believe from what I can read that he was wrongfully accused by his teammates for something. I think that was kind of how the Shin Getter Armageddon started, I believe. So you do have the chains here. Yeah, that face is so creepy. So I'm gonna put back the normal face. He even has sideburns on that. Got that thick bushy eyebrows. Yeah, the detail on that is quite nice. And no, this one does not have movable pupils. That would be even crazier if they did. Well, they did have that on the Revoltech Mini. So that is quite fascinating to have. I guess you can't really put this upside down. Would be nice, but only goes in one way. Alright, so moving on, we have the shoulder armor here. It looks like an armor, but it is a hinge, as you can see there. You kind of have to push this in, and there is a gap on that collar, which is great, which allows you to move this. There is also a swivel on the bicep there, but it's a little stiff. Try to move that, and I'm not sure if you can actually. Oh, yep, you can. So you can reach forward with that. You have that elbow bend there, pretty much 90 degree, and that's you have that swivel there as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. So in a way, you can do awesome poses with this, but you just gotta work with the joints. It's kind of finicky. Again, it kind of reminds me of Revoltech, where you can only move in a certain angle, but it's fine. Now for the abdomen, there is a seam line there, and I'm not sure if he has. Oh, there he does. There we go. I guess he just gotta crack the paint or something, a ball joint, but there is a torso or midsection bend there. It's a ball joint, I believe. And you also have the waist joint here. So you can do quite a bit of an up crunch, which is great. Now for the legs or the waist, you have a ball joint there, as we can see on over there. You get a thigh swivel here, I believe. But you kind of have to break that in, as you can see here. Yeah. So you gotta do a lot of joint breaking. Double jointed knee, and you see those rods there. That's pretty much the hinges. There we go. Knee bend is actually, we can put this forward there. There we go. It's not too bad. Depending on which one you bend first, you can probably bend. Oh, actually, that's it for the top part. So it kind of bends a little bit more on the lower part. Not too bad, but it kind of looks a little odd. You have your ankle joint here. You got that a different color joint inside. It's not noticeable. It's not too bad. You got your toe joint there, and I guess, yeah, you just gotta play around with that joint there, or the hinge. It's just a straight peg. And yeah, that's pretty much it for articulation. It's actually fairly good, and yeah, as you can see here, you can do a lot of cool poses with that arm, with that legs. You just gotta have to play around with it, and yeah, I mean, there is limitations on what you can do with those. Yep. Alright, so moving on, we go take a look at the variety of hands that it comes with, which is not much. Alright, so first off, we have this, the open hand. You got a pair of that, left and right. So let's go ahead and swap this. Get to a certain angle. So when you swap this, you can remove the chain, the shackles. It is just goes on the wrist. So you can have it without. It's actually labeled there L for left. Because when they're assembling it, which is great because you don't want to have two right arms or forearms. It'll look a little odd. Yeah, it's a little bit more flared out outward depending on what you have. And definitely you don't want to have that here, otherwise you cannot do the elbow bend. Alright, so you got that open hand, which is quite great. I like that mold there, design on that hand. The hinge it's not painted, but I don't mind it. It's far back there, especially if you have the shackles in. You don't really see it as much. Yep, let's try it. There we go. Yeah, you barely notice that hinge there, or the color of the hinge. So it's not too bad, and yeah, that looks great. Otherwise, we have the pistol for the right, which we go ahead and swap. I kind of like to put the shackles in there. Gives them that badass persona. There we go. So you get that pistol. It's molded in. Has some nice details to it. I like it. And yeah, even on the paint on the hand compared to the pistol, though there's a little bit of a smudge there at the bottom. It's nice. Although it'd be cool if we can actually remove this. Can we? Wait, we can. What's this? Oh! I thought that's all molded in. Oh, interesting. Well, that just opens up for possibilities of what he can wield. That is great. Alright, so I guess we can remove the pistol. It even has the holder, which is nice. Alright. So, there we go. We can swap that out. But it is a bit limited. It would be nice to have other hands, but I guess for him, that's pretty much what we're getting. This also comes with a Sentinel base here, the clear one, which is often too big for him. And just imagining where to put this on, it's going to be hard to wrap around the back here. More than likely, might have to be the arm, maybe just around on one of the shoulders. Yeah. Well, anyways, that's that. Let me put this back on here. Alright, so for the most part, that's about it for this review. Till I get this thing back there. Let's go ahead and compare this with other figures. Why don't we bring in Revoltech Mini Solid Snake. Alright, so I'll bring in Revoltech Mini Snake here. Solid Snake, and they're about the same height. About 4 inch, which is great. So definitely, if they make more of this, it will work well if you already have the Revoltech Minis. And that's a good news for me. I like that that they are within scale. But then again, I'm not sure. Solid Snake could be taller, or Ryoma could be. I don't really know, but nonetheless, they are about the same height. So I'm quite happy for that. Yeah, the Revoltech Mini, as being Revoltech, they have the S shape. They always have a little up crunch there. If you haven't seen a review of this one, I did review this. It's nice overall. It comes with a lot of accessories, but definitely the way you have to pose it, it's such a stylized pose. Similarly with this, although this one is a little bit more forgiving, but definitely with that coat on, yeah. But overall, I'm actually quite satisfied for this. Being able to move this arm and doing a lot of stylized pose with that, very dramatic, and that scarf there, really nice. And I have to say that, yeah, it's a great figure. Lastly, let's bring in Sentinel's Black Getter. And here we go. They look great next to each other, and definitely it's a nice display piece to have both. We seldom see palette figures being made, and Sentinel having this attempt, it's really nice. Yeah, I can't wait what they're gonna make next, especially for the humanoid figures. Definitely, it has a stylized pose, but it is articulate enough that you can pull awesome poses with them, and it's great. I really like the overall look on him. He's really fierce, especially with that crazy face, and it comes with a decent amount of accessory. It's very minimal. I think that's kind of how it is for 4inch-nel. They just give you like the bare minimum variety of hands and effects, or even accessories, and for the most part you just display them right out of the box, and it does what it does. It's quite nice for this scale or this size. I like it. Anyways, that's about it for this review. If you got questions about the figure, I'll try my best to answer that for you. But if you're asking about the Getter series in general, or the anime and the show, I cannot do anything about that. I'm quite oblivious on it. Anyways, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.